Hi and welcome to another Carpenter Tutoring tutorial. I'm Amy and today we're going to talk through some examples of using the distributive property with a negative number outside the parentheses. So let's jump into some examples. First, let's consider negative 2 times the quantity 6x plus 4. Even though we have a negative number on the outside of the parentheses in this expression, it doesn't change the way that we handle the distributive property. The distributive property still tells me to take the value on the outside of this expression and bring it into all of the terms inside that expression using multiplication. So that means we can consider this as negative 2 times 6x plus negative 2 times 4. I can simplify the multiplication here. Negative 2 times 6x would give me negative 12x. I'll carry down my addition symbol, and then negative 2 times 4 would give me negative 8. Now I do see that in writing this answer, I have two symbols right next to each other, the plus sign showing addition and the minus sign showing our negative value of negative 8. Because I see these next to each other, I can simplify them into just showing subtraction. And if you're not quite sure why we can do that, I encourage you to check out the videos that we have about adding and subtracting negative values. So to truly simplify this expression, I'll change how I show that operation to be negative 12x minus 8. Let's take a look at our next example, which is negative 4 times the quantity negative 7 plus 3m. Just like we did in our previous problem, the distributive property tells me that I can multiply this negative 4 into all terms inside the parentheses. So I can think of this as negative 4 times negative 7 plus negative 4 times 3m. I can actually complete the multiplication now. So negative 7 times negative 4 gives me positive 28. I'll carry down my addition symbol, and then negative 4 times 3m would give me negative 12m. Again, I see that I have addition and a negative sign right next to each other, so I'll change that into subtraction, so I only have one operation symbol. That means I'll finally show this as 28 minus 12m. Last but not least, when I see a lone negative sign like this, I have to think of it as negative 1. So what this is really telling us to do is treat this like a distributive property problem, as if we had negative 1 my problem. So I'll distribute that negative 1 to both parts of the expression in parentheses, which will give me negative 1 times the value 5x. I'll bring down my subtraction symbol, and then negative 1 times the value of 3. Well, negative 1 times 5x would give me negative 5x. I'll bring down my subtraction symbol again, and then negative 1 times 3 would give me negative 3. I see again that I have two operation symbols right next to each other. The subtraction symbol that we're using here, and then also the negative sign that we're using here. Because I have two subtraction symbols right next to each other, I can use them together to form addition. So I can rewrite this expression as negative 5x plus 3. This final example is a really good one to keep in the back of your mind because there are lots of times, not only in algebra, but also higher level courses, where you're going to see a lone negative sign out in front of an expression like this. Don't forget that that lone negative sign stands for negative 1, and you have to distribute that negative 1 into the expression just like you would any other value outside those parentheses. I hope it's been helpful to go through a couple examples of distributive property problems using negative numbers. If you have any questions or other topics that you'd like to see covered, please let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy our content, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me, and I'll catch you next time.